You remember that moment, don't you? Slowly peeling that little sticker off a large order of fries. Your heart would beat a little faster. Your eyes would scan for that rare, legendary blue property deed. We'd get excited for $1 million, a luxury sports car, or a free vacation. Maybe $1 million bucks. Maybe a Viper. Maybe just a getaway. You ate those fries for years. You collected those stickers for years. But you never won the grand prize. You felt unlucky, didn't you? Let me let you in on a secret. You weren't unlucky. Losing wasn't a mathematical probability. Losing was planned. Because the game was rigged. From the very beginning, the winners had already been chosen. And you? You were just an extra in someone else's script. From 1987 to 2001, the McDonald's Monopoly game was one of the biggest marketing crazes in the world. People flocked to restaurants not just for burgers, but to chase that imaginary wealth. But behind the scenes, a single man had the entire system wrapped around his finger. He wasn't a criminal mastermind. He wasn't a bank robber. He was security itself. The very person entrusted to protect the prizes was the one pocketing them. In total, over $24 million was distributed not to ordinary customers, but to a corrupt network he built. Mobsters, strip club owners, and psychics. Today, we open the case archive file. We are investigating how a security guard defrauded the world's largest fast food chain for 12 years, and how the FBI wrote a movie script of their own to take him down. Every great heist has a key. The key to this story was Jerome Jacobson, known to his friends as Uncle Jerry. He was a former police officer. He had left the force due to health issues and moved into private security. His employer was Simon Marketing. This was the company that managed McDonald's promotions and printed those billion-dollar stickers. Jerry's job was simple, but critical. To take the most valuable prizes, those million-dollar blue deeds, from the printing plant, and deliver them safely to McDonald's packaging factories. The procedures were incredibly strict. Armored vehicles, dual-lock briefcases, independent auditors. But the system had one single point of failure: the human element. And that human was Jerry. Jerry had access to the computer system that determined where these valuable stickers would go. But even simpler than that, he was the one carrying the sealed envelopes. He made his first attempt in 1989. He gave a $25,000 piece to his stepbrother. No one noticed. This was a turning point for Jerry. He was no longer just a security guard. He was a god distributing fate. He would go into airport restrooms, open the sealed bag, take the winning sticker, replace it with a common one, and then reseal the seal. $1 million theft was happening right inside a men's bathroom. Jerry had a problem. He couldn't cash the stickers himself. As a security officer, neither he nor his family were eligible to participate. He needed winners he could trust. This is where things took a turn. By chance, he met Gennaro Colombo at an airport. Colombo was a character alleged to be a member of New York's famous Colombo crime family. He had powerful connections. Jerry and Colombo made a deal. Jerry would bring the stickers, and Colombo would find the people to win with them. In return, they would split the prize money. Here is how the system worked. Jerry would hand over the $1 million sticker. Colombo would find a cousin or a friend to use it. When the prize was claimed, the winner would take the check, but pay a large portion back in cash to Jerry and Colombo. Dodge Vipers, Hawaiian vacations, million-dollar checks, they all went to people Jerry chose. To avoid suspicion, he even sent a $1 million prize to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital via an anonymous letter. McDonald's turned this into a massive PR win. Look, they said, angels are among us. But that wasn't an angel. It was a thief trying to clear his conscience. 12 years. For exactly 12 years, this scheme ran like clockwork. McDonald's suspected nothing until the year 2000. An anonymous phone call to the FBI changed everything. The voice on the line said, "One of the recent winners, William Fisher, is a fraud. He won that prize thanks to his uncle, Jerome Jacobson." The FBI opened the file. The operation name, Final Answer. When the FBI approached McDonald's executives, the company was in shock. The luck they had been selling to customers for years was a massive lie, but instead of shutting the game down, McDonald's chose to cooperate with the FBI. The next Monopoly game turned into one of history's biggest traps. B. Agents went undercover as a McDonald's film crew. They went to the homes of the fake winners, handed them those giant checks, and interviewed them on camera. When asked, "How did you win?" those fraudsters would sweat and lie. "Oh, I was just eating fries and there it was," they'd say. But the agents were recording everything: wiretaps, surveillance, hidden cameras. Jerry Jacobson's web was unraveling, thread by thread. August 2001. The FBI pulled the trigger. Jerome Jacobson and his accomplices were arrested in simultaneous raids. 8 people were taken into custody. The charges were heavy: mail fraud and conspiracy. This was poised to be one of the most interesting trials in American history. The media was going to love this story. Fast food, the mob, millions of dollars. The trial start date was set: September 10th, 2001. Yes, you heard that right. The court proceedings began exactly 1 day before the September 11th attacks. The next morning, when planes struck the World Trade Center, the world changed. No one cared about McDonald's, stolen stickers, or Uncle Jerry. This massive scandal got buried in the dusty pages of history. It couldn't even find a spot on the news broadcasts. Jerome Jacobson was sentenced to 3 years in prison. Compared to the $24 million he stole, it was a surprisingly light sentence. After getting out of prison, he faded into a quiet life. But he left behind a game that would never be the same again. Today, when you go to a McDonald's and order a meal, look at the sticker again. Maybe it's digital now. Maybe it's still paper. But know this: they say the house always wins in a casino. In this story, even the house got robbed. You know that disappointment you felt for years when you couldn't find that blue sticker? That was real. Because the sticker you were supposed to win was in a security guard's pocket, walking out of an airport bathroom. This is the Case Archive. Trust your luck. But never underestimate the system. See you next time.